Okay, quick update on where we've got to so far. I've fitted the inner primary chain case. It was just it was slightly bulging on the end of the crank case here, so just a little bit of work with Dremel, put that in. That was fine. That all fits. I've got all the engine bolts in and mostly tightened up. I had to. This section of the frame has been replaced because of the rust hole that was in it. I'll post a link to. I'll show you the photograph again in the video. But I had to. The frame had slightly sprung together, so I had to spring it out again in order to get all the spaces in. Quite a lot of tension to do that, so I'm a little bit worried about these brackets and everything. But hopefully, if I leave it long enough before I start it, it will relieve itself, and maybe there'll be a bit of vibration. Stress relieving going on when the engine's running anyway, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm still waiting for quite a lot of parts. I've got a few more of the stainless fasteners arrived. I'm really pleased that the head steady all lines up. This bracket was missing from the frame, and so that's been welded on too. It lines up, but just this second hole is about a millimetre out, so I'm going to have to open that up. But yeah, thanks very much to Simon at Barleycorn again. He sent me my first sponsorship. He gave me these. I forgot to put them on the order, and he added them to the order for me for no charge. So thanks very much, Simon. Appreciate that. I was going to fit the gearbox without the outer cover on it, but I've decided to wait, even though I'm impatient to see it all coming together. I've found someone locally that can do the machining for me. He's a little bit busy, but I think he's going to get it in. Thanks very much to the other people, well, Nigel, for offering. I still think I'll take you up on the offer for the other gearbox outer, but for this one I'm getting it done locally. Not really supposed to drive anywhere anyway, so, and I didn't want to put it in the post. So yeah, still waiting for lots of bits and pieces, but it's coming along. Oh yes, and Ted has been promoted. He's the sound guy. So provided this thing works, this gizmo here works, hopefully this is better sound and less rustling from my clothing and everything from the other mic I was using. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how this one works out. So yes, coming along. We'll see. See you later. Okay, just a hopefully very simple job. Going to put some oil in the forks. Haynes says 213 millilitres. Internet says 225 per leg. I'm going to go with a little bit more than, little bit greater than fewer than less. And 30 weight. Can't remember what Haynes says, but Internet says 30, and these always to me feel very underdamped, so let's give it a go. So 225 millilitres is right here. I don't mind putting oil in the forks, but I really don't like changing fork oils. I don't know what it is, but it smells so rank when you drain it out. I don't know that. Anybody knows, I'd love to know. So first leg, try not to spill any. Sometimes in more modern forks as well, they specify a height from the top, and you can get little suction arrangements where you just basically tip a load of oil in and then dip a straw down effectively and then suck it out till it gets to the right level. But I have no idea what the specification is for these. And the damping in these is not exactly a high-tech arrangement. one. Same again, T25. T25. So yeah, compared to the upside down forks, we have to mess around with all the seals and pumping the air out and all that kind of stuff. None of that with this proper, almost not damped stuff. In fact, I'm sure the pure purpose of the oil is just to make a nasty smell. Having said that, if you've ever ridden a bike that doesn't have damping at the front, like a Moto Guzzi 850 for example, not that I've ever done that. Okay, I may have done. They do have some effect. But usually I blame the rider. I think, oh, this bike is not going where I want it to go. It must be my terrible riding. And then I find out I've got a flat front tyre, or no damping, or a flat back tyre, or no oil in the forks, or the dampers come disconnected. That may have happened to me one time as well. But yeah, anyway, there we go. Forks oiled, all done. I think I've got all the parts to finish the gearbox. I've got a shiny new final drive nut from SRM with an oil seal in the middle. That's better than the original. And its corresponding lock washer for the final drive sprocket. I've got a new outer oil seal for the final drive sprocket that we'll do in a minute. I've got end cover gasket, shiny new gear change pedal. What else is new? Some more fasteners. That's about it, really. Did I talk about this already? Here's the new outer cover, the cover I got back this morning, with its shiny new bush in it. Perfect fit with a shiny new kickstart quadrant. Lovely, lovely fit there, and a press fit into the cover. So this was made slightly oversized because it's been machined out, as I think I'd mentioned before. So where should I start? I think I'll start by assembling all the pieces that need to go in this. Starting with the, I guess, the clutch arm, this that we took out before. So this is on a splined, really fine splined shaft. I've got to work out roughly where this goes. And I need some grease. Grease, right here, that's handy. Yeah. Come on. I'm trying out, this is yet another sound arrangement today, so I'm really hoping that this is going to work. A little bit of grease on here. Into here. So this should be roughly at right angles to the, or parallel to the case. Therefore this piece, which is, this presses on the end of the clutch push rod, which I've also got somewhere. Clutch push rod goes up inside the main shaft. This presses against middle of that, and it's adjustable. So I think these go roughly in line with each other. Something like that. With the nut, with a washer and a nut. Hopefully you can see that. And then what I also need is a split pin to go in there, which that was missing. If you remember from the original, when I took this apart, it was missing. Now I've lost sight of the hole. But obviously you can't do it up too tight because then it will be really stiff. I've got to take it off again, I can't see where the hole is. Oh, there we go, so the hole is in line with the arm. I don't think I've got any split pins for that, so don't tell me I haven't got everything. Let me see if I've got any clips. I do have a box of split pins. So it's a pretty fine one. Get him in. There we go, perfect. So yeah, that's not done up too tight. And I can just bend that with my fingers. And then I'm going to snip those off. There, clutch lever. Next this is the Speedo drive gear, and this pushes into the casting here, and there's a retaining screw to stop it falling out. Stainless, of course, from Barleycorn. Little bit of copper slip. And that just goes straight in there. So this is a bolt with a kind of just a plain end, and it locates against a groove in the Speedo drive. Screwdriver. Now, I'm not liking that already, that's quite stiff. And I've also noticed that all of these castings, they seem to be broken on the inside, and I suspect that's because these get forced in. It looks all right though. So why doesn't he want to go in? That is stiffer than I would like. Yeah, it lines up with the... Oh no, it doesn't. It's... Yeah, there's something not right here. Because if I tighten that up, the Speedo drive bit gets tight. So it's pressing against something incorrectly. Ah, damn it. The one piece I didn't take out. Can't see, it looks all right. So what's stopping that from doing up then? Let me try the old. So this is the old cover without the Speedo drive in it currently. And ooh, that is tight. And also now lost. Where is the old screw? Try it again, this cover first. That fits fine. And in the new cover, also fits fine. That's interesting. So I'll have to go back to Simon on that one, but that screws in, so I'm going to leave that one in there for now. Okay, Speedo drive. Anything else I've missed off? So next, I think, is the kickstart. And there's the spring, which I'm about to find out whether this is going to be easy or difficult. I think what I do is put the little retaining bolt in here first with its washer. Come on. Is this threaded? Yeah, that's threaded this side. Find a roughly the right size sprocket. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, he's going. Yeah, that's tight enough in the center there. And then this, I don't know why this nut sticks out, but it does. It's kind of got a large, I guess because right, so we just bolt that up there. Easy so far. Didn't quite tighten up though. Get the pliers on it. Oh, that's better. Still not tight. Why for not? There. Okay, so that's held in place there. Next, the quadrant. Bit of oil on it. Bit too much oil. Bit of oil in the bush. So he goes in here like this, and then the spring there. Now what I think we do is we get the kickstart itself and we fit the other way around, Simon. This way. Loosely fit the pin. So there's the cotter pin. Goes in from the other side. Just enough to get it there. And now we can tension, get this the right way up, we can tension the spring. And I think, yeah, this is when it all goes bang. Now I need to get the other pieces in. So there is this. Oh, it's something up before. I can't do this yet. Put this down a minute. I need to put the Kickstarter gear on. So this is spring. One half of the ratchet. Other half of the ratchet. New tab washer this time. I did manage to get one of these. And the nut. Find a right size. Wow, I don't believe how lucky I was with that. Easy way to stop this rotating. Put it in gear probably. Put it in A gear. Okay, it's in A gear. and then I need to hold the output shaft. Pump pliers here should be fine on that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Good. And then just tap the tab washer over with my punch. This one's got 2 little tabs on it. Don't know why, but anyway, there we go. Right, so this, the gear, I don't know what you call this. Is it a pawl? Goes in here, but I have to engage the spring on the little peg inside there. If you can see that, hopefully. So, let's see. Oh, now, let's do a dry run first before I put. So, wind the kickstart spring up. And what I'm going to do is get this piece of the gear hooked onto that peg, I think. So I just hold it like this. It all goes patwang, hits me in the face. Let's see. Could really do with 6 pairs of hands. I know. You have to. This kickstart has to be in just the right place to slide past the. Okay. Okay. I'm reasonably confident I can get that one. But next I've got to do the gasket goop. So I've cleaned this off. That should be. I guess we'll put him in neutral just in case. I don't think that's going to cause any problems, but it seems sensible to make it in neutral. So 1 up, 3 down. That must be first, I think. First. And little half click should be neutral. And it's not. It's the right way up, isn't it? It's the bottom of the gearbox. 1 up. That's first. Neutral. That's neutral. Okay, some gasket goop. Just double check. Yeah, I think we're ready for gasket goop. Okay. Here goes nothing. So I'm wondering actually when I put this in, I just want to make sure it stays up there So I've pushed that spring. Yeah, I think that's enough to hold it. So here we go. Tension the Kickstarter, and let's go. What I really could do with another pair of hands. There we go. Right, come on. Now let's get this gear in just the right place. The clutch lever's just gone. Oh, I've got to come up. Oh, that's annoying. Give it a little. There we go. The clutch lever went round. It went behind the thing, that the sticky out bit for the cable holder, and it was just. So I think. I found my proper tappy hammer. I think that's in place. Now, does the Kickstarter engage? Oh, yes. Does it spring back? Yes. Sounds like a Kickstarter to me. So I'll take this out of the way for a minute. There we go. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that's in the right place. If only I knew how far the push rod's supposed to stick out. I'm just going to have to risk that, I think. I would expect it to be... Yeah. How easy is that to do? I think I'm just going to have to risk that, and I might have to take this cover off again. Now the stupid thing is, oh no, I can just about get to that split pin. Well, I'm going to take it until I get the clutch and everything. I won't ever really know. But hey, if you didn't have to do each job 5 times, then it wouldn't be a proper job, would it? That's not the right washer. I had a joke with my mates about how to tell if you're really old, and that's when you need to buy a second tin of copper slip, and that, believe it or not, is still my first tin. And I did buy another one because I thought I needed it, and I'm still haven't finished that one. So, squidgy stuff is squidging. Good sign. Last of these. Suitable size socket. So I hope I don't have to undo this again, but if I do, nobody died. Going to leave the cover off. Don't need to put the gear lever on right now. So this goes on. I'm going to put it on this way around because it's going to go in the racing position. That goes in there. This goes on there. Lovely jubbly. So now I'm going to put do the other end. I found my circlip pliers too. And this of course doesn't have the two holes in it. It's just a standard lever it out with the screwdriver type. So I didn't need to go and search for the circlip pliers. Old oil seal. The guy I bought it from said, "Oh, you might as well replace the oil seal while you're doing it." It's like he didn't mention the other things that was wrong with the gearbox, so I just wondered why. He said, "Get rid of it, change this one," but anyway. I do have a new one. Right here. Just a bit of oil on it, I think. Oh no, of course the oil needs. It doesn't seal on this piece. It seals on this piece. So clip. Let's see how many goes this takes me to get in. I can't remember, was it this I was struggling with on the other video? Might have been. Oh no, it was it the forks? Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, this might take me a few goes. And circlip pliers don't help. Yeah. Problem. So I apologise. I'm going to have to turn this round and put it in the vise where you can't see it because I really do need to hold it still. So you're just going to have to talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I do this. Where did the clip go? There. Okay, and then the fine dry sprocket. Just make sure it's clean because it's going inside that oil seal. And then just loosely for now, the tab washer. And this fancy SRM nut with an oil seal in the middle. Really nice. Don't know how long it's going to last, but... And I certainly don't have a socket available for that here right now. So I'll put this plate on later too when I'm convinced. Well, I'll check. I'm going to check again that the gears go. So in fact you might be able to see this. That's neutral. One up. Ugh. Okay. Right. There's something wrong here. Well, dang nabbit. Something's not right about that. Well, what could that be? Well, that's almighty disappointing. It's not engaged. It's oh well. I'm going to cut the video there for a minute because I thought no, there's something hasn't engaged there properly. Well, it's going to have to come off again. That will be part 2. Part 2.5. So I was editing the video last night and having a quick look through at what happened. As I left it, you couldn't change gear, and I'm 99% certain now that I saw what happened in the video. If you look back, you'll see it. I've got to take this off because I'm sure that the spring that holds this in its central position is not in the right place. There should be a little circlip, well, a little kind of ring clip that goes around that holds this gear selector in place, and I don't have one of those. In fact, I'm not even sure I've ever seen one fitted. But anyway, what you can do is put the gear selector in place before you fit the cover. So I highly recommend that you do that because that holds that in place. So I am going to have to take this off. I shall probably do it off camera, depending how I feel, but you've seen the way I assembled it was pretty much right, apart from that one mistake. I think this is in the right place. This arm parallel to this operating piece, I think I've got that right, so I'm not going to change that. But yeah, everything else is right, and so it'll be, once I get this off and back on again, it'll be ready to go on the bike. I might have to make another gasket. I don't know how this goop, this 3-bond stuff behaves when you take it apart, but it might be reusable, it might not, I'll have to see. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's already too long. Just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the people that have subscribed. If there are people that are watching that haven't subscribed, please do so. It does make a difference. My viewer list is growing, so that's very much appreciated. And yeah, as always, please comment in the comments section and let me know, good or bad, preferably good. But I know I'm trying different things with the sound and the video. Yeah, I hope you're gaining some knowledge or a bit of entertainment in watching me, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks, bye bye.